Okay, so first we're going to start by creating a polygon cube for the head. Making this head, we're going to make it so it has perfect bevel edges, so there won't be any distortion or bad lighting issues when we render it out and texture it. So to start off, if you want your polygons to appear in the center like that, just go to Create, Polygon Primitives, and turn off interactive creation. Okay, with the cube selected, over in the channel box layer editor, we're going to set the scale to, scale X will be 10, scale Y will be 5, and scale Z will be 10. If you don't see the channel box, just click up here in the top right hand corner and click on this icon. With that done, we want to go down to the inputs in the channel box, click on Polycube 1, and we are going to add some subdivisions. So add 3 subdivisions to the width, 2 to the height, and 3 to the depth. Okay, with that done, I want to move 2 of these lines down. This is going to be the top of the head, and this will be the bottom. So I want there to be more of a curve on this part and less of a curve here. So right click and select edge, double click on this edge, hit W for the move tool, and just bring this part down a little bit. Same with here, double click on the edge and bring this part down a little bit. Now, seeing as I'm going to be creating the edges here, I want it to be done here at the same time. So I'm just going to delete the bottom half of this. So if you just drag over with right click, select faces, drag over and just hit delete. Later on we'll mirror the geometry so it'll all be symmetrical. Now with that done, go to object mode again, click on your object, go to mesh tool, insert edge loop tool. Now we want to create these edges so they are evenly spread out. So we want to create 2 edges on each side. So put one here, one here, one here, one here, there, and then 2 more on the bottom. Okay, your object should look like that now. So now we want to go and delete these edges on top of the geometry. We don't need that at all. So if you hit the spacebar, go over to your top view mode, hit spacebar again to enter it, right click on edges, drag over and hold Control and delete. Right now I have symmetry on, so if you want to turn that off or turn that on, you click on your move tool, you scroll down and you turn off symmetry. I'll turn it on again in a few minutes when I'm creating the shape of the head. For now I want to turn it off. So if you drag over and hold Control and delete on each part, Control delete. If you don't hold Control, it will leave some extra vertices behind. Now with that done, we want to shape the head. So in top view mode, right click in object mode and rotate it 90 degrees in the x-axis minus, oh sorry, it is the y-axis I believe. Rotate it so the top, this is the top part of the head, is on top. So minus 90. Then right click, select vertices, and now we want to shape the head. That is when we want to go back into symmetry mode. So double click on your tool, your move tool, scroll down to symmetry, hit object, and we're working off the z-axis. So exit off. To get move tool quickly, hit W. Rotate is E and scale is OR. So with that selected, just scroll over your top vertex and move it down. I'm just going to do this freehand and try to get the shape I want. Okay, when you have a shape similar to this, we are going to go back into perspective mode and bevel the edges. So right click, edge, click around on each edge holding shift. Then go to edit mesh, bevel. Now in your channel box, in the inputs, click on poly bevel 1. This is where we get the settings. So on segments, we just want 2 segments and the fraction 0.2. Okay, perfect. Now using the multicut tool, we're going to connect these lines to this part of the geometry. Okay, so multicut tool is in mesh tools and multicut tool, which I believe is only available in Maya 2014. That's when they brought it in. So click here, drag down to here, holding shift if you want, and then hit enter. Same with here. Press enter to finish them off. Perfect. Do this on all sides. And then we just want to create a line going around the whole object. So doing that with the multicut tool again, if you hold shift and go up, hold shift and click on the line and to get the percentages and then hit 80%, which should be 20% here, just go around 20% from the edge. There we go. Now back in edge mode, we are just going to delete every second one. There we go. Now when you hit the 3 key, there's no surface tension. This line is not being pulled away from the edge, and all the tension is on the flat surface, which doesn't matter because it's a flat surface. That way you get perfect edges, as you can see. A perfect bevel edge. Oh, I've made a tiny error here. Created too many vertices. So to fix that, I will have to delete this edge, control delete, and that should fix that. There we go. Okay, now with the object selected, if you just go to where is it? Mesh and mirror geometry, click on the settings and hit apply. Oops, it hit -Y, I believe. Yes. Mirror direction should be -Y. Hit apply, and then we have a head in the shape that we wanted. Just like that. However, I think I would like the top of the head to be a little bit more, let's see, I'd like to be more shape on the top of the head. So I'm just gonna mess around with these points, make sure I'm grabbing them all. Which I'm not. then hit 3. That is basically the shape I want for the head. So in the next tutorial we're going to create the body, which is a much simpler process, as I just wanted to show you how to create a beveled edge without any surface tension. Alright, see you in the next tutorial.